What is a script? The script is the written text of a play, a movie, or a broadcast. That's what it is. The script is what to say. It's what to say, what to write in your content. That's the script. And but another definition for a script in, like, for example, in a computer program, my son does computer programming. That's what he does. And he runs a team of computer programmers, and they create a program where it's for schools. It's for schools where, grade schools, middle schools, high schools, where the kids in a class, the teacher can get the kids into this mission, depending on what the topic is for the day. The teacher can get them into a mission, and each of the students have a job on the mission. They each have their role that they're supposed to play. And unless they work together, they cannot complete the mission. So if they're learning about space, they can go out into space, and maybe somebody in the class is the technician for the ship. Maybe somebody else is the pilot for the ship. Somebody else is in charge of gathering the items, the collectible item they find out in space. They each have their job that they're supposed to do. And if there's somebody who is the mechanic, he fixes the ship. And into the programming, they have it worked into the programming that the ship will break down. And they have all these things worked out so that every single role, they've coded things for every single role that somebody in that mission is going to have to deal with. And they have to learn and problem solve and do all of these things. The schools are loving it and is going crazy. And I already know some of you in the comments are going to say, what is it? It's called Infinity with the letter D. Infinite, like spelling like infinity, but without a TY on the end, it's D. Infinity. Go check it out. Oh my goodness, it is unbelievable. But they write a script. The code they write for that is a script. It's the written text for what needs to happen, or for what's going to happen, or for what has happened, or why it happened. Remember how we talked about that day one, all right? So that is the definition. And what's going to happen is you are programming with your text, with your script. You are programming people. So all the same things that happen in a computer where you type on the keys, the program happens, you hit enter, all of a sudden it does all these processes. You want to learn how to create communications that when you are talking to people, you're programming them. That is this is the reason I was able to create $1 billion business. This is why. Because I'm not programming people because I'm manipulating them. I am programming people by finding out what it is that they really, what is it they need? What is it that they want? And how can I solve that problem for them? How can I solve that problem for them? Not in the way I want, in the way they need. So that by the time I am done with them, their life is so exponentially better that they are in tears and they cannot believe that that is what happened for their life. That is what I did. And that is why the content is so powerful. That's why I've started doing this content accelerator course. Because I don't care if you're an author, I don't care if you're a course creator, you need to know how to do this. You need to know how to program people in the right way. And in fact, Frank Kearns, for those of you who don't know who he is the guru of online marketing. He used to teach courses on how to do marketing. He's making so much buku bucks, he doesn't even, to get into any of his courses is, I think it's over $100,000 to get into his lowest offer, to even be able to learn from him, unless you read his book, okay? This is Frank Kearns. And what Frank Kearns says because this is something that he was good at. And I think that's why I started to like Frank Kearns, because this is what I do in my business. And I would watch what he would do. And I had to learn from him the marketing piece, like how to do it online, and from other experts, how to do this online and make it work and make sales and create income. And so to create thousands and tens of thousands of dollars. We had, I told you, we had when we first started going online, learned from some of the experts. I did my first online event because of COVID, and we did over $100,000 in the one event. We did a smaller offer where it didn't cost very much. It was one of the low price but high volume. We made $60,000, I think it was $60,000, $70,000 in a week. What I'm trying to explain to you guys is that you're programming them to have a certain response, not because you are manipulating them to do what you want. Oh, and that's what I was going to say about Frank Kearns. So Frank Kearns, when he used to teach this, if you can find an old recording of it, he'll start it off by saying, okay, fine, people were begging him to teach this. And he would start off by saying, okay, I will teach you this, but I need a commitment from you that you will use this information for good. because you could use this information for bad. You want to know who was master at doing this programming thing? Hitler. Hitler. You're like, Teresa, why are you all bringing that up? What are you trying to say we're being... No, he used the same skill for evil. We are going to use this skill for good, to change people's lives. And every time you buy something, that is what has happened. Someone has programmed you. You think, no, I went to the store and bought that because I wanted it. No, it's because somebody programmed you. They were so brilliant at it that they made you think that it was your idea. Now, some of you may be thinking, but I don't want to program that. Here's the difference. Here's the difference between you and somebody who doesn't have their own best interest in mind. You're programming them to have a response that is in their best interest. That's the difference between you and somebody who's going to do it in the wrong way and use it for basically evil. Because in my mind, anything that has you trying to manipulate someone else to do something that is not in their best interest, that's going to be best for them, is evil. So don't be using this for evil. Okay? So you've got to have their best interest in mind. You are programming them to have the response that is in their best interest, right? So television is programming you to have a response. It's not in your best interest. The educational system, or the miseducational system, has been teaching us that the concept is that you have to have responses that are in your own best interest. When you do business, you got to fend for yourself. You got to go find a good job that's good for you. No, all of that. The concept is wrong. When you go out to the marketplace, you figure out a way to add so much value that it gives other people what is in their best interest. And now they can't stop giving you their money. They are happy to give you their money.